It's yet another beautiful t-shirt day here in March in Canada. But today we're actually going to talk about new scams on YouTube, especially directed at YouTube creators. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Standing by the edge, not looking down, 'cause I want you to know. Waiting for the answers that arrive. I don't need a reason to show. I know it's all about you and I, and the things we know. We will keep on falling down.
Now, since it is such a beautiful t-shirt wearing weather here in Canada, I gotta have some Molson Canadian while I talk to you guys. Now, most scams that I encounter are derivatives of old scams, and they appeal to classical human conditioning, like the sense of greed that people might have, or the sense of entitlement, or the sense of getting a good deal. All these things play upon people's psyches and can sometimes work for these scam artists. I've been receiving emails from certain suppliers, and I use that in quotes, that sell various camping equipment and camera gear, things like that. Generally, they're items worth around $100, let's say. And in the email, they always blow smoke up my buttocks and tell me how wonderful they love my videos, like they've actually even seen them. Like, who cares anyway? But anybody that starts out with blowing smoke up my butt, it usually means they want something. That's just the cynic in me. So inevitably, what they do is they offer to sell me one of their wonderful products at 50% off, appealing to your sense of greed, or trying to appeal to my sense of greed, which I have no sense of greed or entitlement. I'd rather pay full price if I wanted the product. I don't need to play these stupid games. So anyway, they offered to sell me an item for 50% off in exchange for doing a wonderful video about their product. Of course, there's no guarantee that I might even like their product in the first place and give it a big... So I might even give it a thumbs down review, so they don't know what they're getting into. But the reality is, they're not really trying to sell me anything. No, they're trying to scam me for 50% of the value of this fake item. What they do is they generally throw a link into Amazon of the item, so you can click it on and you go, oh yeah, that's a nice trail camera, for example, and you go, oh yeah. Well, it's not from the company. Check the email where you got it from. It's always one of these unusual emails that definitely doesn't look like it came from corporate headquarters. That's the tip-off number one. And second of all, any legitimate e-merchant will just give you a discount code on their e-merchant site and you could log in and do it. No, what they want you to do is email their little BS email in response, and I guess PayPal them the money, and of course they're going to ship that right off to you. Whoa boy, if you believe in that, I've got a bridge for sale somewhere in the New York boroughs for you. It's a whole lot of hooey. But I could see how people would fall for this, because so many people have this desire to get a deal or get something for nothing or something at a great discount. And it appeals to people who want to do that. Unfortunately, they didn't know who they're dealing with. I don't e-beg, I don't mukbang, I don't ask for donations, I don't do any of this shit, and I don't want anything free explicitly. Buy me a beer, I'll buy you a beer next time. That's about how it rolls with me. So if you are a creator and you get emails unsolicited from companies with links offering to sell you products at a discount, don't believe it, not for a minute. Any legitimate company that's going to do this, like I mentioned before, will approach you in a different manner. They will actually direct you to their official website. They will give you an official discount code. And you can actually do the transaction in their e-commerce site, and you can check out the legitimacy of their e-commerce site by checking the reviews. And usually there are hundreds or thousands of them. They're not from some mysterious emailer that you've never heard of, and a domain you've never heard of either. That's just how I roll, folks. Call me a skeptic, call me a cynic. But in the meantime, folks, I'm going to be enjoying this wonderful sunshine here in California, Canada. Hey, keep your nose in the ground, stay safe, don't get ripped off. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. It's a really hot day here in March in Western Canada. 24 Celsius.